She kept her silence for 50 years. No interviews, no memoirs, no explanations, no public appearances after 2003. Just a woman in Aspen, Colorado, living quietly on a mountain estate, far from the cameras that once followed her everywhere, waiting, perhaps, for the world to finally move on. It never fully did, and now she is gone. Claudine Longet, the French-American singer and actress who was at the center of one of Hollywood's most notorious trials, died on Thursday, May 14, 2026, at her home in Aspen, Colorado. She was 84. Her nephew Brian Longet announced her death on social media, writing, "Even though she is no longer physically with us, her light, elegance, talent, and kindness will continue to live on through the memories, music, photos, and love she leaves behind. You have been a true inspiration in my life, and you will always be another star in the sky. Thank you for everything, my aunt." No cause of death was disclosed. The family confirmed nothing beyond the fact of her passing, because Claudine Longet spent the last 50 years of her life maintaining exactly that boundary, and she kept it until the end. Before the trial, before the shooting, before Saturday Night Live made her name a punchline and the Rolling Stones wrote a song about her that they were too legally cautious to release, there was the music, and the music was genuinely beautiful. Born in Paris on January 29, 1942, Longet showed a natural gift for singing and dancing from childhood. In 1960, at 18 years old, she was spotted dancing on French television and hired to join the Tropicana Casino's production in Las Vegas. It was there that she met Andy Williams, who was also performing in town. They married in 1961. Her debut album, released in 1967, sold over 1 million copies. Known for her breathy, soft vocal style, she recorded cover versions of the Beatles, Here, There, and Everywhere and Good Day Sunshine alongside her own signature songs. She appeared on Andy Williams' NBC variety show regularly, alongside their 3 children. She was on television every week, beloved, glamorous, French, the kind of presence that made American audiences feel like the world was a more elegant place simply because she was in it. And then came March 21, 1976. After she and Williams divorced in 1975, Longet and her children were living in Aspen with her boyfriend, Olympic skier Spider Sabich, when she shot him in the bathroom of their chalet with a Luger pistol. She claimed the gun discharged accidentally while he was showing her how to use it. Sabich died on the way to the hospital. He was 31 years old. The trial that followed became a media sensation. Critical evidence was declared inadmissible due to police errors, including a blood sample taken without a warrant. After 4 days of deliberation, the jury convicted her of the misdemeanor charge of criminally negligent homicide. She was sentenced to 30 days in jail served on weekends of her choosing, given 2 years probation, and fined $250. The verdict outraged many. The sentence, $250 and weekends in jail, felt to most observers as if it had been calibrated for someone famous, and the public backlash was immediate, enormous, and lasting. As part of the civil settlement with the Sabich family, Longet agreed to never speak publicly about the shooting, never publish a book about the trial, and never profit from the story in any form. She agreed to permanent silence, legally, contractually, and she kept that agreement for 50 years until she had nothing left to say and nowhere left to say it. Her last known public appearance was in 2003, when she recorded a voiceover for an Andy Williams television biography. She told the crew, "To this day, people stop me in the street and say how much they loved the Christmas show." Not the trial, the Christmas show, the thing she wanted to be remembered for, the thing that existed before everything else. The music, the television, the 3 children beside her on screen every December. That was her last public word. In 2003, more than 20 years before her death. She spent the rest of her life in Aspen with her second husband, Ronald Austin, her former defense attorney, who had left his wife and children for her. They later also lived part of the year in Hawaii. She never gave another interview. She never appeared on camera. She lived inside the silence she had built and kept it right up until the end. Her nephew called her another star in the sky. And in the absence of any final video, any final word, any last public message, that small, quiet tribute from the boy who always told her he was her #1 fan is the only goodbye Claudine Longet ever allowed the world to have. Rest in peace, Claudine Longet. January 29, 1942, May 14, 2026. Thank you for watching.